Alright, what is up YouTube? It's your boy back with another video for you guys today. So in today's video, we are going to be wiring my R8 coils, and I'm going to show you how to do it all in this video. And it's pretty easy. So right here, I have my M50 engine harness that I'm going to be wiring in my R8 coils. This is an OBD1 harness that I'm going to be putting on my car whenever I turbo it, since I'm going to run a standalone link ECU that only runs OBD1 harnesses. So they also do run OBD2, I believe, but you have to do the correct pin outputs or whatever. And I just saw that's just too much work, so I just decided to get an OBD1 harness since it's plug and play and it's a lot easier and less headache. So I got the harness that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be putting on these R8 coils since for better ignition and all that. So right here, these are the tools that you're going to be needing: is a solder, some heat shrink, wire stripper and cutters, the little stick for the welds, and then paste. Also, that's the module for the kit, and this is the connector that goes to the module that you have to solder onto the engine harness that I'm going to be showing you. And right here are all the R8 coils, connectors, ground wires, and then, yeah. It also comes with a paper that gives you all instructions on how to do it for each pin, signal to coil, and signal to ECU. And it also gives you the pins for the 5 voltage that you also need a bridge. And then it also gives you instructions on how to wire the connectors, so signal, ground, power, all that pretty much. For these, which are very simple, you just have to cut here. There's going to be like 3 wires, I believe. And yeah, but pretty much I'm going to show you how to wire the module in first, because that's more important than to do those. Those are a lot easier. But this is the main step, because the module has to be installed properly so these can read and all of that. So yeah, let's get into it. I already have mine opened and exposed, so I'm gonna give you guys a better look at it. So once you open up your connector or expose your wires, there's gonna be another loom right here that's gonna show you 6 wires that are color coordinated. Each one are striped, so there's black and purple, black and green, black and yellow, black and blue, and black and white. And those 6 wires are the wires that are wanting to look for. So right here with the kit is the wire harness that goes to the module. And all the wires, as you can see, are color coordinated, just like the ones I showed you right here on the engine harness itself. So I got this kit, if you're interested, from a friend of mine's on the Boosted Classified pages. His name is Finn Kloss. He builds amazing R8 coil kits, the VAG kit. That's his Instagram right there, Turbo36. And he does them for you, or he can send you the kit and you can do it yourself. So pretty much I had him do that, and I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it yourself as well. It's pretty easy in my opinion, so I mean, I decided to do it since I like wiring stuff, and yeah. So I already have mine exposed. These are the 6 wires that are going to be going to the coils, and then the other 6 that are going to be going to the ECU. So it tells you right here, pin 2 to 7, pin 9 to 14. Those go to ECU, these go to coil. So from looking at the harness, there's going to be one blank, and that blank is your pin number 1. And pin 8 is your ground, I believe, or no, this is the green wire is the wire that you're going to be bridging for 5 voltage. So that's going to be like a signal wire, I believe. And there's no pin 1. So right off the bat, right there, as you can see, on the instructions, you're going to start from pin 2 to 7. Pin 2 to 7 is starting from the blank, in which I already taped off, are these 6 wires. These 6 are going to go to the coil, and then the other 6 are going to be wired to the ECU. So then this is going to be soldered onto the engine harness. This connector is going to connect to the module, and the module is going to read properly once everything's plugged in. Once the link ECU's in, it's going to read the R8 coils. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my solder warmed up so we can go ahead and tackle these and solder them in. Alright y'all, so we got the coil wires all soldered and heat shrinked. So as you can see, they're all done. And now all we have left are the 6 ECU wires for here. We're going to go ahead and solder those individually. And then this thing is going to be done. Then we're going to work on these soon. Alright y'all, so we got all of our wires done and soldered, the coil wires and the ECU wires. We also got our pin 8, which is the green wire, bridged off to our 5-volt power source, which is the TPS pin. And this is the red and yellow, or red and orange, pin 59 on this little guy right here. So if you look at the green wire, so from the green wire, those 2 empty slots, that red and yellow wire, that is pin 59, to let you guys know. So yeah, we got that bridged off. What you're gonna want to do, you're not gonna want to cut the wire. You're gonna want to strip a little bit from the wire and solder the green one on it, and then tape it just like so. So that one's bridged off, and all of these are soldered nicely and taped. Now I'm gonna go ahead and secure everything up, make sure it's all cleaned and nice, and I'll get back to you guys once everything is together. And then we'll probably begin these guys after we get this side done. Alright y'all, so I got it finished. As you can see, all cleaned up. The module's in there nice. Taped it up. Got the little cover back on right here. Put 2 zip ties since the little old clip won't clip back on. Got that screw back in there. And the R8 coil conversion is done. So tomorrow we are going to put those on here. We're going to go ahead and cut these and do that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up everything today and finish up tomorrow because it is late. It's like 2 a.m. right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a break, pick up the camera tomorrow, and we'll finish it. Alright guys, we are about to take off the stock spark plugs and coils. Then I'm gonna put the R8 coils all in, and then this is the M50 harness right here. As you can see, these are the plugs. So I'm gonna have that set down where the fuel rail is, or where it's gonna mount to, and then I'm gonna mock up all the sensors right here and cut them up. Get more lighting, but I'm gonna mock up all the sensors, cut them, make sure they're all facing nice and away from the hot side where the turbo is gonna sit. And yeah, I'll pick up the camera once we get these out. All right y'all, so we got the R8 coils in. This is the OBD1 harness over here with all the connectors. And just to let you guys know, it does tell you on the harness which ones are which. So 1, 2, 3 cylinders, and then 4, 5, and 6, how they go. So just to let you guys know whenever you do the wiring and stuff. So right here, we're gonna start making the connectors. So we're gonna cut these connectors and start making the new connectors to fit on the R8 coils. So as you can see right here, the VAG coil kit gives you detailed instructions on how to do it. So as you can see, number 1 is 12-volt battery, number 2 is ground, number 3 signal, and 4 is ground. So on the connector, it does tell you 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really easy to read and very simple with all these instructions. And I also have the wires color coordinated. So once you cut these, there's going to be 3 wires, green, brown, and black, just to give you guys a heads up what you're going to be looking for. So there's going to be 3 wires, green, brown, and black. And if you don't know which one goes to which, I have it labeled here. So number 1 is green. That's going to be your 12-volt battery. Number 2 is brown. That's going to be your ground wire. Number 3 is black, and that's going to be your signal wire for the coil. And number 4 is another black wire, which is a ground that you have to set up on the connectors, in which I already set this up. And I'm going to give you a little example on how to do it. So right here, I have this one set up. So pretty much when you get one of these bare wires, you're going to strip it, if it focuses, but pretty much you're going to strip it right there at the end and add one of these little connectors that's going to fit over the wire. And then you're going to want to crimp it down. And then what I like to do, I put a jab of solder on it to make it more durable. And then it comes with these little rubber bushing things. So once you slide it through, it gives it a good seal around it. And then, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get all the ground wires connected. And those are all going to be on number 4, as you can see. So once I get all the grounds connected, then we're going to go ahead and start cutting these, extending the wires if we need to, shortening them, and routing the wires all nicely. So yeah. And if you're wondering why I have it all slanted like this, is once I put my turbo over here on the hot side, the down pipe is going to be a 3.5-inch down pipe, which is going to go across right here. So as you can see, the S52, the OBD2 harness, has the coil harness right here. So if I were to have my down pipe, it would heat the coil harness up. It would probably potentially melt them. And yeah, so I know they have little covers and stuff, but I just don't like this little layout of how they have it. I prefer it right here and all the wires go across. A lot cleaner and better in my opinion. So yeah, it does look really nice. And yeah, well, I'll get back to you once I put those on, and then we'll begin cutting these, soldering them, and pinning them. So yeah. All right, so before I put it in time lapse, I want to show you guys how I did it. So this is cylinder 1. As you can see, I got those installed. Now I'm just going to solder them, put a little jab on there to make it more sturdy, and then go ahead and put these in the right order on the connector, and then that one will be done. And the ground wire, I'm just going to have wired to one of these or that. So yeah. All right, y'all, so we just finished up the first 3. As you can see, looks really good. Got them all tucked up. All the wires are going up and through the side. As you can see, looks really good. Got the ground wires all nicely. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a day because it is dark out and I just finished the first 3. Tomorrow I'm gonna knock out the other 3 and we should be done. And yeah, this thing is very easy to do if you just listen to the instructions, all the stuff. It is time consuming. There's a lot of stuff, cutting, stripping, soldering. Looks really good. I can't wait to have my car boosted soon with the new motor, the ECU and all that, with the R8 coils. So the benefit of this is going to keep your temps cool. Throttle response is going to be better. and it has a lot of good advantages with running R8 coils with ignition, stuff like that. So yeah, if you're gonna go boost or anything like that, I would highly suggest you run better ignition coils or spark plugs because it's a must. And yeah, so I'm just gonna pick up the camera tomorrow, finishing this thing up. I'm gonna call it a day. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, YouTube, so it's currently the next day, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this car, do the last 3, and yeah, so right now I'm working on number 4, which is right here. I already cut it, got the connector right here, and then we got 5 and 6. Just to let you know, they are numbered right here on the OBD1 harness, so you gotta make sure each wire goes to the correct way, but they already go to the correct positions, but just giving you a heads up whenever you cut them that they are labeled. So it's 4, 5, and 6, but on that it's 4, 6, and 5. And so these 2 are flipped, so you got to make sure those wires go to the right one and make sure they're all straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, YouTube, so I just finished up the last 3. Those are done. Those I did yesterday. Looks really good. Pretty simple install in my opinion. Very easy to do. I mean, it is time consuming. Just follow instructions and you'll get it done. But if you have any questions about this, comment below. But that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. But that's it for today's video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.